Daisy Jones and the Six is a book about a woman named Daisy and her bandmates who become the most famous band in America and rock out all day until it all comes crashing down. I love this book so much. I love both of Taylor Jenkins' books I've read, which are this one and The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I love how she writes. Her stories are so easy to digest and so entertaining, so fast-paced. She knows how to give us the POV of an actress or a musician really well. I gave it a 4-star rating. Very good. The beginning of Daisy Jones and the Six follows Daisy throughout her childhood in California, discovering her love for music and songwriting. Being in the shadow of her gorgeous celeb parents, she finds what she really wants to do with her life and goes with it. She starts writing songs and playing guitar at an early age, but never really does much with it. It's more of a thing she keeps to herself. We also get to meet the rest of the band who are at the time in their hometown in Pittsburgh. Billy, Graham, Eddie. There's the other guy, I forgot his name, but he is Eddie's brother. They form a band at a young age and practice like every other band in a garage, you know? They of course started out small, but eventually began getting gigs like birthdays and weddings. They get into contact with an agent and eventually move to California, where the party is at, where the grass is greener. All the while, Daisy is waitressing and writing her songs when she can, until she realizes that her whole life she's been hooking up with rock stars when she wants to be the rock star. So she takes a step up when she meets Teddy Price, who would later on become the whole band's manager. One thing leads to another, and Daisy meets the band. And the girl, the pianist, the keyboard player, who leaves another band to play with the Six. Billy doesn't really like Daisy at the beginning because she rewrites one of his songs and takes a spotlight, and some other songs as well, and she's not too crazy about him either. But as they start working together more often, it's clear to see that their relationship takes a shift. They don't mind each other as much anymore. Billy has a wife, Camilla, and a baby at this point. He met Camilla in Pittsburgh before they left, and she really keeps things in order with it, being a rock band full of, stolen people and the crazy lifestyle and everything. Her and the baby keep it rooted, I feel. And Graham also begins to fall in love with the keyboard player, even though she is a bit reluctant. As soon as they record songs with Daisy, their band's reputation skyrockets and they become the hottest band and have a #1 single on the Billboard charts. Things are going really great, but Billy gets too deep into the fast life and unfortunately overdoses and goes to rehab, which puts the band at a break. When Billy comes back, he's taking it slow and sort of doesn't want to continue playing and wants to move back home, but Camilla encourages him to continue. The band starts off rocky, but they gradually start getting back into the studio sessions and working on some new stuff, which they release and it hits the top of the charts. Daisy Jones and the Six are the most famous band by now, and they're simply living it up. Daisy and Billy, however, develop feelings for each other and things get a bit complicated, and Graham also hits a turn when he finds out that the keyboard player, when she finds out that she's pregnant with Graham's baby, which Graham is happy for, but she isn't. She gets an abortion and they stop seeing each other, and Eddie is always feeling left out and appreciated and almost leaves the band at some point, and things end up getting too complicated between Daisy and Billy and all the other little mishaps. These lead to the band's breakup. It breaks up the entire band completely. I think Daisy Jones and the Six communicates the benefits that come with fame, but also the drawbacks it brings, and how fundamentally it is up to the individual how exactly they will handle it all. How it's up to them to keep themselves in track. I see this with Daisy and Billy's drug abuse battles. It also shows the perspective of people like Eddie, who in a band aren't the most sought out for members, and how that can make them feel lesser than that at times, lesser than everybody at times. It also shows the issues women have, whereby when they are career women, if they want to focus on that and be successful in that, it would hold them back from their potential as an artist. If they have a baby and it's not up to the man, in this case Graham, to decide how to move forward, because he's not the one who's carrying the baby or whose body changes or who can't necessarily work for some time because the man does not get pregnant. I also love the black representation. Daisy's friend, who she lived with for some time, I love the black representation in that character. She is a black artist and works her way through the industry. She doesn't become as famous as Daisy, probably because she was a solo artist, but they both had that thing in common and loved it entirely. In life, if you have a passion, you should nurture and build up that passion and never let anything like someone stealing your song demotivate you. I feel like at the end of the day, all we have as individuals is our ability to dream and other intellectual gifts, and that is all we need.